Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and today we're going to take a look at the Ogor Mawtribes and how we can build an army of Ogor Mawtribes, including the Regiment of Renown box set that is Big Grick's Boyz. Now, in this video, we're going to go through a variety of different Ogre units to build up our army with, along with taking a look, of course, at Big Grick's Cruel Shots, the Regiment of Renown themselves, and then show you a sample 1,000-point army list to hopefully give you some inspiration for starting your own army using the Ogor Mawtribes and including Big Grick's Cruel Shots. And so, to start with, first of all, we have the Ogre Tyrant. What better way to start than with this absolute beast? 8 wounds, 4+ save. He's got 2 combat weapons, the Thunder Mace with 3 attacks, 3 threes, Ren 2, damage 3. And his Beast Skewer Glaive with 2 attacks, 3s and 3s, Ren 1, damage D3. Both of these weapons also have some interesting special rules where the Beast Skewer Glaive, the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with the glaive, it targets a hero or monster and is a 6. It'll have a damage characteristic of D6 instead of D3. And on top of that, his Thunder Mace, if the unmodified hit roll for that is a 6, it'll cause a mortal wound to the target in addition to any other damage. And if the target has more than 3 models, it'll inflict D3 mortal wounds instead of 1 to them. Now, on top of this, his Bully of the First Degree. If a friendly Ogre Mawtribe unit will fail a battle shock test near them, they'll have only 1 model flee in said unit. And then you can also pick from a variety of different abilities called Big Names, which can give him anything from a 5-up ward, 3-up save, movement 8, bonus damage against monsters, or some increased rend against people in a garrison. And looking at another hero, we have a Firebelly, and the reason I like this Firebelly is some of the spells he has access to will go really well along with protecting Big Grick's Cruel Shots. Billowing Ash is one of the many spells he has access to. This can provide a -2 hit against units in an aura around the Firebelly, so I think this is a really nice cast to take. On top of that, 7 wounds, 5-up save. He's got his Fire Breath attack. What this does is it has an attack characteristic equal to the number of models in the target unit he's hitting, up to a maximum of 10, 2 threes, no rent, damage 1. Now he's also got his Basalt Hammer, 2 attacks, 3s and 3s, Ren 1, damage D3. Pretty cool for a wizard, but Cascading Fire Cloak is his spell that he'll have on himself. His War Scroll spell. Casting value of 5, range of 3 inches. Successfully cast your roller dust for each enemy unit within range, and on 4+, those units will suffer D3 mortal wounds. In addition, if the spell successfully casts, the unit will have a ward of 5-up until your next hero phase as well, so can protect himself pretty nicely there. And then the unit I want to talk about are Maneaters. Now, there is ways to make this unit battle line. There's a command trait called X-Mercenary that will make this unit battle line. And the reason I've chosen Maneaters is I think we can create an extremely thematic force with the Ogre Mawtribes here. You can have a mercenary Ogre force with some mercenary Cruel Boys in there. I think it just makes for an extremely thematic force. It can be super fun to play on the tabletop. Now, Ogre Maneaters themselves, they've got a variety of different abilities they can have from the been there, done that rule. What this does is after deployment, you pick one of the following abilities, and from the list that is below, could be +1 to wound with melee, could be increasing their ranged weapons range to 18 inch, give them run and charge, or give them the immunity to battle shock. Really cool bunch of abilities. You get to pick one, and you can modify this each game you're playing as well. Now they have their combat attacks for 2-inch range with their slices and bashes, 4 attacks, 3 threes, Ren 1, damage 2, and then pistols and throwing weapons, 12-inch range, 1 attack, 3s and 3s, Ren 1, damage D3, which is not too shabby for a shooting attack. Now, you've also got a command ability, a Barrel of Meat, and the job's done. Use it at the start of the hero phase. Command can only be issued by a general and must be received by this unit, but until the end of the turn, each model in this unit will count as 3 models for the purposes of contesting objectives, which is pretty cool, meaning you've got 9 models on objectives for a unit here. And so then we have the Big Grick's Cruel Shots Battalion box set here. Now, this will contain obviously 1 Beast Skewer Killboy, which is Big Grick himself, and 6 Man Skewer Bolt Boys. The cool rules we're going to get, first of all, from this is the Beast Skewer Killboy will become a hero for the force, and then we'll also get the ability to bring the Mortal Wounds damage dealing ability from the Cruel Boys Allegiance ability along with this unit. So anytime they roll a 6 to hit, they'll do an amount of mortal wounds equal to the damage of the weapon, which for the Bolt Boys is 2, and for the Beast Skewer Killboy, it has an interesting way of damaging. You roll a number of dice equal to the wounds characteristic of your opponent's model that you're targeting, and it's 2 wounds or 2 damage plus 1 for every 5-up you rolled on those dice, comparing to the wounds characteristic to a maximum of 12. So you can potentially do 12 mortals if you roll a 6 to hit with this thing. Now, on top of that as well, if the Biscue Killbow ever hits and lands some wounds and damage onto an opponent, the Manskewer Bolt Boys will actually get +1 attack with their weapons when they target the same unit in that turn as well. And so here we have our sample army list. Now, we've gone for the Meatfist Mawtribe. There's not a lot of these sub-factions that really benefit the army we've gone for here, but Meatfist is going to give us a little bit of extra damage on our trampling charge ability when we manage to charge off into combat. The grand strategy we've gone for is Ready to Plunder. This means we have to have more of our units in our opponent's territory at the end of the game than they do, and so no triumph because we are a perfect 1,000 points as well. The Tyrant will be our general. He's got the command trait ex-mercenary. This means that Maneaters become battle line, most importantly, for our cool narrative force here. And then we've also got the ability to generate some command points for said Maneaters from this command trait as well. Artifact-wise, we've gone the Griff Feather Charm. This is just going to give him a 5-up ward save. This combined with Giant Breaker, where he's going to get +1 damage to all his weapons whenever he's targeting a monster. Now, Aspect of the Champion, full by Garish Rage, is just going to mean that he can potentially get back up after he dies. And then we've got our Firebelly in there with Billowing Ash. 2 units of 3 Maneaters in there, along with our Big Greek's Cruel Shots containing the 3 Bolt Boys ×2 and the Biscue Killbow. But then we've also got Ravenak's Gnashing Jaws. What's actually really cool about this is the narrative for this is actually that a Ogor Mawtribes army actually found this endless spell and cast this endless spell into the world first. So pretty cool little narrative piece, but also some extra range damage. We've got the army wrapped up in 2 regiments and 2 battalions here. A battle regiment for everything that's not Big Crick's Cruel Shots. They're in the Regiment of Renown, meaning we're a 2-drop force in the game. If you've got some ideas for an Ogor Mawtribes army with Big Crick's Cruel Shots, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so, that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and the fantastic little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server that's linked down in the video's description for you all to come join and hang out and hobby with us all. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, or by grabbing some merch from Teespring or our Ko-fi store, all of which are linked down in the video's description. Also, there's some fantastic ways in a bunch of our videos, depending on what game system you're looking to get in. We have a bunch of affiliate codes linked down in the video's description of associated games and companies as well. And if you'd like to help support us via them, that would be greatly appreciated. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out for your continued support. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Suarez, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, Davis Weir, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. A massive thank you to all of you for your continued support. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, to everyone who comes on and does all the battle reports and all of the podcasts with us as well, and indeed to everyone who helps make our Discord server a fantastic place to be for all hobbyists. Thank you once again for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.